A lot, I don't know if a lot's been happening, but nothing has been happening, so it doesn't seem like a lot has been happening. So, this evening I just want to tell the story of, maybe if I tell the story, maybe I'll feel better because um, since feeling this way was since then. So this is how I left Nigeria and came back a different person. So I was in school in Western Delta. I was there and I was going progressively, and the I think I was beginning to have issues with some persons. I don't want to start saying I have issues because we have a lot of issues. This is my story, and yes, I will have a lot of issues on the way. But in what I see is everybody's always trying to progressively avoid issues. So um, I'm just notifications just popping up. So one of the I was in school there, and then there was cultists. But one boy was causing problems. Was already causing cult problems. Now therefore they give me issue. Then the next thing like this. I already had the intention of like I'm going to leave Nigeria. I wanted to leave Nigeria honestly, and I wanted to go to Canada. I was already planning to go to Canada, but the amount as at then was way too much, so that's how Canada trip cancelled. So after it cancelled, it was like, oh God, with all this preparation, everything, nothing. Then a family friend of ours, very close family friend of ours, chipped in the idea of me going to Cyprus. His brother was already there, and he chipped in the idea. And since we already knew him and his brother was already there, that was a good thing. But that's the tricky part now. That's the tricky part. That country, it does something to people. I will reserve my comment. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it just didn't work out for me. But I think the country does something to people. But maybe it's just me. So now we made the plans in 2 weeks. Palm. It was already ready, and we could go. I could go. Now I traveled and I went there. When I got there, the person the agent, he was supposed to provide accommodation for me and some other persons that he helped also, but that he's supposed to provide accommodation for us for 2 weeks for quarantine accommodation before we would go to what's it called, our various schools or whatever with our lives, or the places that were rented. So now leaving the country, now it's a whole different thing from what you know. Now you're living from where you would normally say rent is high, and then you will pay the high rent that you say in Nigeria. You will pay that one every month, not every year. The yearly rent you go pay for a year. If you go abroad, then go be your monthly rent. Then will be your monthly rent. So I want you to understand that. So that's how I left, and I was there. First time I was there when I was with the piercings that the agent linked me to. Already, I left this country. I didn't have no money, nothing, no nothing. So I left and I was with some of the boys. The boys they were street boys doing normal Yahoo and all of that. But one thing with me be say this Yahoo thing has never. I don't know how to talk and whether I never really been I never really I not really like there's never been a time where I'd be like or I see myself say this is what I am doing. It has never really been. They are just like there are some things where you'd say this one not be my own. No, I don't go fit do this one. That was how this year. That's how this year always for me. Like even right now, it bad as it bad. You know they do my head of say, may I go bomb. You know they do me like that. Maybe as they go talk, you never bad rich. But you know they do me like say okay go bomb or go no. I just want work. To be honest, I just want work and I just want to come out for house every day they work. And that was what I was doing for the longest. I got abroad and when I was there and I was at the what's it called? This place. The guy's place. Decided to, understand things, uncover things. Be like, okay. See how much really that time the thing bust my head. The guy was paying in total in a year total was about 7 to 8 million in a year for a 2-bedroom house. 2-bedroom house. Was it two? Yes, now 2-bedroom house, 7 to 8 million in a year. And I was just living in Nigeria where 3-bedroom house, 3-bedroom house now 400,000 or 500,000, and people were shouting, prices, the rent is too high. 3-bedroom of 500,000 or 400,000 in a year, and somebody is paying 2-bedroom 7 or 8 million that time. So imagine now, the rent in a month was about 1 point something. It was high. The rent in a month was high. It was I forgot how to calculate it, but I know ending of the year is about 7 to 8 million. 2-bedroom house then, because even before I left, that amount increased again, doubled, even almost tripled again. 150% value had to join the amount when I took home. When I took home, immediately I came, it wasn't even that long. Immediately, everything doubled immediately, first of all. So that was when I started understanding, like, boom, okay. The cost of living is not just like a Nigerian thing that you say, okay, Nigeria prices don't increase. No, it's everywhere. So, understand, say your mom. Not be say money not in Nigeria now. Nah, say me not get money. Okay, so or not be say things high and say me not get money. So there are two different things. When things are expensive, it's different from when I don't have money. But when I have money, that's when things will not start being expensive or not expensive. But I was there, and afterwards I left, and then I went to. After that, I was there for 2 weeks, but I didn't want all those that So immediately I left there, I didn't call them again. I didn't talk to them. I didn't want all those Yahoo things, all those things. No, I didn't want all of that. I just didn't see myself doing all that. But the one thing that I was really offended with myself with was, you see, what I'm doing right now, not having to have done it there because I had all the resources and everything. But you see, one thing is, I was fearful. I was so afraid. Me not having been able to do all of this was because I was afraid. I was being a bitch ass nigga. I was like so shy because I already told people I was going to Canada, and then I didn't go to Canada, and I was like in another country. But it was still abroad, and the people I was even shy from, that oh, I didn't go to Canada, they've never even left their community, and I did try prove something to them. Now everything they piss me off right now. That's why I can like post and unpost anything. As long as it is not illegal, I'll post it. I don't care. The only thing that matters is the law. And I don't care. Like, if you want to see me in this way or that way, I don't give a shit. As long as I ain't doing something wrong, I'm good. So, but then if I have a lot of money, no matter how I fool online or whatever, or the fooling or whatever I do online, no matter what I do, people, it's Nigeria. You are people worship money. They don't even give a fuck. Like if you are even a good person or you're not. But even aside being a good person or not, me, I know myself. Like there are certain things that I can take that they're like a level of rubbish that I would take or level of rubbish that I won't take. So you won't come around me and be misbehaving and be behaving like a fucking lunatic. I would dismiss you immediately. Immediately. And money I not get, no say I not get sense. I'll dismiss you immediately. So I did now, I don't beg anybody. I did. Bad as bad, I'll call my father. And yeah, I pray make I forget something before you will go, because they most definitely. But I'm pray God keeps him for me. Every year there's my birthday, I feel disappointment. Big disappointment. Today's my birthday now. I feel big disappointment. Huge disappointment. I feel so terrible. Still, my daddy goes to send me money. My daddy, I can't even call him to say, oh, I can't. I don't know. I can't even calling him saying thank you. It's the most I can do, but when I call him to say thank you, honestly, it's with all sense of shame. Every moment I call him, shame. Deep sense of shame. Every time I'm asking for money, it's a constant reminder of how failed I have come. But no more. I don't go fail again. I will still ask for money, but I don't get choice now. I make I die. But it not go happen. By my next birthday, I will build another house. I don't even know how. A salesman, and I've not made one sale. Disappointing. Okay, back to my story. So, I left the house, went to school, and I went to the school dorm. I went to the school dorm to stay, and when I got there, they said, "Ah, I have to so that is not the school because I left from Maguza. When I came from the airport, I went to Maguza, and then from Maguza straight to Guinea. So I was in Guinea. That was where my problem started, and this whole problem started all because of insecurity, all because of I was just insecure about myself. So I didn't. I was just too ashamed. So now I left Maguza and I went to Guinea. But my school was in Lefkosha, but I didn't know that. So my school was in Lefkosha, but a similar school. The names are similar, and then it's in Guinea. And ordinarily, when you search it up, Guinea would almost pop out. So it was Guinea that I told them my school was, and I even told the guys. They told me, "Oh, it's Guinea." So I went to Guinea. It was when I got to Guinea when they were trying to accept me into the school dorm. That was when they explained to me that, "Oh, your school is in Lefkosha." Okay, but I don't have anywhere to stay and I need a place to stay, so they gave me a room so I would be there for a while. And I was in the room for I was supposed to be in the room for a while. They're assisting me. But that is where it got tricky now because I didn't have no money. I just got to this country. My parents didn't send me here with a stack of cash. It is a normal Nigerian thing. When they send you abroad, okay, now go fend for yourself. That's a good land. But this is a tricky abroad. You remember my uncle's brother is supposed to be in this country. But that is where the country becomes tricky because the country is split into two. Like they fought a civil war and then the country got split into two parts. So there is now this one part that belongs to Turkey, and then the other part that is now the main country. It is the country itself, the country that's everybody knows as Cyprus, but there's the other part. So I'm now in the other part where it is for Turkey, the smaller part, and that part it is treacherous. When I mean treacherous, it is treacherous. They don't have jobs, literally no jobs, or if they have jobs, the jobs make sure you work and you don't have peace. Like how would I explain it? Like your head will just explode. Wait, I'm coming. Let me get something to eat small because I dey hungry badly.